inspire you to be your best, and Peter did that for me personally. One of the last times that I sat down with Peter was this past summer. You know, it was a difficult season. It was a year that I think me and Peter both thought would be the culmination of a lot of years of hard work. We were talking about our current team last year and what we needed to do to turn things around. Peter asked a lot of questions like he always did. He was very optimistic, and at the end he said, "No, I think this is going to turn around." Had his thoughts on why. And then he broke out this clear plastic bag, looked like it had a controlled substance in it. And he said, let's go light this on the field and smoke this up. I thought, wow, that's pretty aggressive. I knew Peter might be a free spirit, but I wasn't really sure what was going on. So I called Josh Stein, our assistant GM, who graduated from Cal Berkeley. I figured he might have some experience in this. And we got together down the right field line. Of course, me and Peter couldn't figure out how to light this stage up. So we had to call TJ Lestiga, our traveling secretary, who, for those who know TJ, he gets everything done. And he just had a blowtorch in his back pocket or something. He showed up and lit this stage on fire, and we carried this incense sage packet, like the Olympic torch from right field, right to the pitcher's mound. It was there that we spoke good things to our pitchers, spoke about some positive energy to the universe. We then went to home plate where Shield joined us, took our shoes off, and said good things to our hitters and our bats to get our bats going. Lucky for all of us, the Chicago Cubs were coming in at that time from the Omni Hotel, so them and their media got to see us on the field doing this. And within the next couple hours, I asked some questions about was that the owner of the Padres and the GM openly praying for some offense? To which I told the Chicago media, goddamn right. We're trying to do everything we can to make it the same thing. I think that was Peter. He was unique, he was brilliant, and he did it with a smile on his face, and he loved to have fun. A week after Peter's death, Peter's closest family and friends got together, and I was lucky enough to be part of it, a celebration to honor Peter. And while we were en route to that destination, Bob Siedler, one of Peter's 10 brothers and sisters, sat down next to me. Siedler, mainly the males that I know, they have a very unique cadence and way of speaking, and Bob literally sounded exactly like Peter. And the first thing he said to me was, "Tell me about Pedro." Let's get some Pedro stories going. For about 15 minutes, we just laughed and joked and cut it up, talking about Peter Siedler. When we got to the ceremony, I had the ability to sit back and take a look at an amazing family. And you've heard it here today. Obviously, the O'Malley family, his mom, Mr. Peter O'Malley, Siedler family, Shield and their family and children, his very close business associates and friends. And then a very tough time for myself personally, losing not just my boss, but an incredible mentor and friend. I took a lot of solace in seeing the people that were closest to him, laughing, smiling, joking, and just having the time of their lives, talking about the memory of one of the great people I've ever been around. I can speak for our players and staff and saying that we're going to do everything we can, both this year and the years to come, to honor Peter's legacy and vision. And we will bring that championship here to San Diego. We'll do it with a smile on our face.
I am here because of Peter Siedler. And I'm grateful to be a part of the San Diego Padres family because of him. 3 years ago, I was looking for options. And Mr. Siedler said, "I will give you one thing, and I will promise it to you." And that was his time. Someone who gives you their time is giving you the best gift they can possibly give you. And I thought, you know what? This guy, the owner of the Padres, is going to give me 10 minutes every couple of months. And he gave me an hour and a half to 2 hours almost every month. And occasionally we would talk about baseball. I could realize what a genuine and pure soul this man was. He was absolute pure goodness. And he was genuine about community. And the love for the San Diego Padres, but also the city of San Diego resonated high. got me into the Tuesday group and allowed me to participate in our community. And now my roots are starting to grow here in San Diego because of Peter Siedler. And while he was pure love, goodness, and a sweet, loving soul, in talking to Sheila recently, make no mistake, Peter Siedler was also a competitor. He had a hard line, and he was sincere, and his vision for the San Diego Padres winning World Series was genuine. And I can tell you right now, I'm going to do everything in my power. So in the same area, when we celebrate our first World Championship,
Peter knew the on-field product needed to improve. And so, to the amazement of the entire baseball world, we took the Padres from a small market to investing in top-level talent. These players not only needed to be exceptional ball players, they needed to be outstanding people as well. Let's welcome our next two speakers, third baseman Manny Machado and pitcher Joe Musgrove.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today to honor Peter. One of the greatest humans that I've had the privilege of knowing. Peter left a huge mark, not just in the world of baseball, but in our community. His legacy will live through the countless lives he's touched and the impact he made in everyone in this building. The first time I met Peter was back in 2019 when the day after, the news broke that I signed with the San Diego Padres. We had a long luncheon with ownership, front office executives, and all I remember was Peter in the corner, tossing a baseball up and down, rubbing it, like he was rubbing dirt on it. That was Peter. It was then that I learned Peter's passion, respect, and love that he had for this game. He was a mentor and a friend, and he changed baseball in the city of San Diego forever. Gio, I'm lucky to have witnessed the love Peter had for you, and how proud he was of you and your family. He was an inspiration to me, and I thank you for letting me be a part of that. Sadie, Chauncey, Harry, you guys will always have a brother in me. Whatever you need, I'm just a phone call away. We love you. Peter, I miss you every day. I will always remember all our conversations, the long night talks, having a drink, beyond the lines. It was more than just baseball for Peter. I know you are here with us, with the baseball in your hand, watching us, cheering us on, our number one fan. We will continue to work hard to fulfill your long-time dream, which is to bring a parade to the city while we hold up the Commissioner's Trophy at the end of the year. We love you.
Good morning, guys. I want to start off by saying how fortunate I feel to have been able to work with a man like Peter. I think that everyone that came into his orbit He has shown me so much about what it means to be a true leader. He stayed close and connected to his players, the city of San Diego, and to his fans. During my contract negotiations, Peter and I were able to have quite a few personal conversations, some of which took place upstairs in his office, and others in passing in the tunnels at Petco Park. One conversation in particular has always stuck with me. We were talking about